Greetings. In this part of our discussion, we are still discussing the promise of the Lord to the Israelis, to the Israeli nation. And we said that this promise has two parts, not just one. It has on one part obedience to the Lord with blessings, disobedience with curses. And we reach now the second part, which is the threats and the curses the Lord promised to place over the Israeli nation. And I hope, those rotten Zionists, will listen and will not skip over this part of the promise and stick, only to the first part, which is full with blessings. That never happened. Very well. We are still in Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28, and now we are in verse 30. You will be pledged to be married to a woman. If you find a woman you love and you are pledged to be married, to make her a wife, but another will take her and rape her. Will take her not as a wife, will take her and rape her. So the Israeli women will become prostitutes, harlots, producing bastards for a nation. And most of the Israelis today are bastards from this era, from this promise, from this threat, from the rapes that took place at the hand of the Babylonians and the Assyrians. You will build a house. This is very important. Back then, building a house was such a great deal. Even today, you will build a house, but you will not live in it. So all your actions are wasted. Everything you do is not for you. You plant the fruit, someone else will eat, not you. You'll be cursed. You will not reap the result of your actions, the good results. You will reap only the consequences of your evil, rebellious, offending the Lord, always. You will plant a vineyard, but you will not even begin to enjoy its fruit. Before it ripes, you will be removed from that garden, from the vineyard, and somebody else will come and taste and enjoy what you did. You will not enjoy it. You will not last long enough until the fruit ripe, become delicious, fit for eating. You will not last till then. You don't have such privilege if you don't obey the Lord or you offend Him. Your ox will be slaughtered before your eyes. The ox back then, 3,000 years back, is not like today. The ox back then was a tremendous machine, working machine. They used to stir the water. They go in circles to stir the water, to make the water move, to water the ground, not to stay still and be infested with germs, to keep being fresh. So the ox will move around, stirring the water, to water the ground. The oxes will pull the machine, the wooden machine, and the farmers holding to it, walking the ground one line by one line, stirring up the earth so that you can plant the seeds, open the earth for fresh oxygen, fresh air, so that all the seeds will come out healthy and fruitful. So those oxes were so important 3,000 years back very important to agriculture, to the farmers. And the Lord said, your oxes will be slaughtered in front of your eyes. Slaughtered, not for eating. Not for eating, just a massacre against your oxes. They will be cut down, bleeding in front of your eyes. You will never benefit from them. And those who slaughter them, they don't need them. They don't need them. And they're not going to carry them. They are going to leave them where they are for the birds come to eat and the wild beasts. This is your ox, your most valuable belonging. It will be slaughtered. It will be wasted in front of your very own eyes while you're watching and hurting. But you will eat none of it. And they will not eat anything of it. They don't need it. They're just doing it to hurt you. Just to hurt you. And they know if they do it, they will hurt you. Because this is the working machine in your field. Good for all of your work. Your donkey will be forcibly taken from you and will not be returned. They will come to you, they will see your donkey standing there next to the barn in front of your eyes, and you shut up. You don't utter a word. They will just grab, the rope of the donkey and lead it away. And you cannot even say, how are you? What you're doing, you cannot. You're not allowed. You just keep shut up and watch the donkey walk away. And the donkey, of course, the means of transport during those days. So imagine, cars to us today, how important. Those were the cars of yesterday, 3,000 years back, to the Israelis. So imagine somebody coming to your car and you give him the key and you watch him drive away slowly, and you cannot even run or stop him or do anything about it. Your sleep will be given to your enemies. Your sheep, I'm sorry. Your sheep will be given to your enemies. Nothing will be left. Your donkey, your sheep, your oxes, everything that you have. The sheep for milk, the sheep for meat, the sheep for leather. So much. The sheep is so useful for agriculture, farming, life. All those pleasures will be removed from you, will be taken, and you can say nothing, and no one will rescue them. Nobody will come and say, hey, why you're doing this to those people? Why don't you leave what belongs to them? Nobody will dare to do this. Nobody can save them. All right, we still have more to talk about from those curses. We'll leave this till next time. Take care.